vichara kartavyo jignasoratmavastunaha samasadya daya sindhum gurum brahma vidutamam. Ataha, therefore, vicharaha, investigation, kartavyaha, must be made, jignaso, the sincere inquirer, atmavastunaha, of the reality of the self, samasadya, after duly approaching, daya sindhum, the ocean of compassion, gurum, the guru, Brahma vidutamam, best among the knowers of Brahman. Hence, the seeker after the reality of the Ātman should take to inquiry, after duly approaching the Guru, the best of the knowers of Brahman, and an ocean of mercy.
Namaste. So, you need a guru. Why? As it says here, ato, therefore, based on everything that has been said so far, vicharaha kartavya, there's that word so often misunderstood, vicharaha. It means investigation, not just passive learning, and not just dumb following of instructions, but deeply inquiring into the subject to understand how it works under the hood, so to speak. Why do this knowledge and practice lead to realization? And how does it work? Now, this can only be done in a certain atmosphere. And what is that? The sincere inquirer accepts a guru. Samasadya dayasindhum gurung. One must properly approach a teacher, a guru. Not just any guru, not just any teacher, but Brahma vidutamam. Someone who has ultimate knowledge of Brahman, realization of Brahman. Not just any old commercial guru on the internet. Not just any old representative of some big religious organization that just wants your money. But someone who really cares about you. Daya Sindhum, an ocean of mercy and compassion. Someone who cares. Not just the representative of an organization or a line of teaching or some big temple. They won't help you. They want you to help them. But the question keeps coming up again and again. Well, why do I need a guru then? Why don't I just read the Shastras, read Śaṅkarācārya's books, his prakara granthas, like Vivekacūḍāmaṇiḥ, and follow their instructions? Well, there are several reasons for this. But the big one is you need a guru to kill your ego. Action builds ego. So if I read the books and I figure out everything and I take action based on it, it's only going to grow my ego, which is the opposite of what we want. We want to get rid of the ego, and the best way to do that is to become a servant. The guru is the master. The disciple is the servant. And because of this surrender to the guru, the ego is killed automatically. Not only that, the guru is much more experienced, much higher realization than we are, and can easily guide us around and through past the traps on the path of which there are many. So we need that guidance to avoid wasting time, falling down and having to drag ourselves back up again. But in any case, doing on our own account will not work. It will not work. You have to accept a master. Yes, someone who has the authority to boss you around, make decisions for you, even big life decisions. Why? To get rid of the ego. Otherwise, none of the other stuff is going to have any effect, quite frankly. For me, it happened early in life. At the time of Saturn return, 27 years old, I met my Adi Guru, and I immediately tried to surrender to him and failed. This was the first big lesson. I couldn't even do that. How could I do any of the other stuff that's more advanced? So, if you're not kidding yourself, if you're not deceiving yourself, if you're not trying to create a self-image that's better than what it really is, you will find a guru and surrender and allow the guru to mold you, to set you on the path and instruct you and motivate you to do the things that you need to do to advance. But not on your own recognizance, not on your own effort, because that will swell the ego like a boil. Ego is an infection. It's a disease. It has to be counteracted. Otherwise, the other medicines will have no effect. You have to get rid of the root of the disease first. So, you cut out the ego by accepting a master. And then what? He has to be qualified. The best among the knowers of Brahman. An ocean of mercy. Not just somebody out to make a quick buck, but somebody who really cares, but is also detached. A good way to test this, if there's some protocol for approaching the guru, is to break it. If the guru demands, for example, that you bow down in front of him, don't. Just stand there with your arms crossed. Hi, guru. How does he react? If he becomes angry, he's false. He's not detached. He doesn't find actual joy in his connection with Brahman. He's looking to get it from you, submitting to him. That's not a real guru. That's not an ocean of compassion. That's an ocean of scam. He wants you to be a servant to inflate his own ego. No, flunk. Just try it once. See what happens. But if he goes on just as if nothing happened, that's a guru. Someone who's detached. Someone whose source of joy is beyond this material world. Who is immovable. Who cannot be influenced by little glitches in the material world, like some stupid disciple not bowing or something like that. Try it. Test the guru. Miss your monthly payment and see what happens. So this is the qualification. He has to be detached. He has to be realized. He has to be compassionate. And the qualification for you is you have to inquire from the guru. Perfect questions get perfect answers. Stupid questions get nothing. So the art of inquiry is asking good questions. Why does this method work? How does it work? What is the mechanism under the hood? What is the psychology? What is the technology? Ask, inquire, investigate. Like a reporter going to some, I don't know, politician or businessman or something and asking pointed questions. How did you succeed? How did you get your power? And seeing where they are straightforward, where they are evasive, where they refuse to answer. See, that will tell you more, the meta answers to the meta questions, like, are you legit? Do you really know your stuff? If they become evasive or refuse to answer, what are they covering up? So this is the art of investigation, vichara. One should learn it well. And this is also called jignasa. Jignasa means to inquire deeply, forcefully into a subject and gird yourself for the struggle to acquire this knowledge, because the knowledge is the key. And once it's learned, it will take you all the way.
Om Tat Sat, Om Shakti Om.